Hello, welcome to Diz Web Design. I'm remaking all my old tutorials. This is going to be the first one I remake, the All Famous Blocks tutorial. Since it was so popular, I figured this would be the first one I should remake. Here now, on my website, I'm going to be using the default themes for all tutorials, since everybody knows what it looks like, everybody knows where everything's at. So we're just going to go to Admin, Blocks, and here's the new blocks administration panel. Add a new block. Might as well start there. Add from an RSS feed. We're going to use Dragonfly News, which I have it pulled up here. Copy, paste the RSS RDF file URL right there. Custom, of course. Setup. Add a headline. This is where you can add them. Your headlines, RSS feeds straight to the headlines. This shows mainly, I think, just in your profile, but we're not going to go that far. Refresh time, position, we're going to go center up so it shows at the top of our modules. Activate, yes. Show to all visitors. Here in the modules, all modules are automatically selected from by default. Okay, so say you don't want to show this module with Contact Pro, so push and hold down Control and then select the modules you do not want it to show up with. Or say you accidentally click on just one, or say you just want it to show with BizStore, downloads, and groups. You click the first one, then push and hold down Control and select the other groups that you want. Now to move the slider, you gotta let up off the Control, but then before you start clicking again, make sure you push and hold it down, because if you don't, the next click you do, it'll automatically deselect the others and just go with the one you selected. So, but I want to show with all of them. Oh, yep, there we go. So now we're going to create the block. Security error. I always just hit refresh. It usually works. Still don't know why that problem is happening. Don't know. Ain't worried about it. Anytime I get the bad error link, I just hit refresh, and it usually works pretty good. So now we'll go to home, and well, actually, it didn't work. The block's not showing. So let's go back. DragonflyCMS News. Well, the block's installed. So let's go to our news module. Theme preview. Does it install on any of them? Yeah, it did. Okay, just for some reason or other, it didn't install to show with news. So but that's all right. It did. Sure, members list. It did show up here in members list. So let's go look at that real quick. Okay, there it is. But that's alright, since it didn't go with news, that's fine. That gives us the opportunity to show you how to add it after it's already in the list. So we'll select news here, and then we'll come over here to DragonflyCMS News. Now we want it here on the news module, center up position. So I'll click the center up header, and it'll light up with a red border. Then we'll come over here to this little icon right here beside the module name. As you can see, when you hover over it, your cursor changes and adds a plus sign to it. Click that, and it'll add the module, or that block, to show in that position on the news module. Then click the header again to make the red border go away. Okay, then hit Update Changes. We'll go back to the news module, or home module as it is right now. Now you see it. RSS feed block. We'll go back to admin, blocks. Now we're gonna do a little bit different. Okay, here's the block that we created. Hover over the little eye, information, so you see what type of block it is. If it's active, it'll have a green check mark. If it's not active, it won't. Click on it. Now it's not active anymore. You also have your edit and delete functions. You can also just come on, there we go. Just click on the block title, and then it brings it up here. there is a bug here. Like right now, the module or the block is inactive. It's not turned on. I click activate, and that turns the block on. But when you come back in here, that should say deactivate, but it doesn't. That's one little minor bug needs fixed in it later on. I'll submit a bug report later if there hasn't already been one. Then you can edit your block and then return back to blocks administration. Back to news. To relocation of blocks. Okay, you got your DragonflyCMS news is in the center up. Say I want it in the center down position. I just grab it with my little hand and drag and drop it. Hit update changes. And now it's going to take a minute. There we go. Okay, and there it is. Now, to delete blocks, you can either come over here, hover over the eye symbol, the information symbol, and you just hit delete. When you do this, it deletes the block from every module. It completely removes the block from the system. I mean, the file is still on the server, so you can add it from a file later on again if you want, but for administration purposes, it removes it from this list, so you won't have it anymore until you re-add it to the system. Okay, let's say I don't want to delete the block completely. I just want to delete it from showing with the news module. So I'll hover over it till I get my little hand, left click and hold it down, and now I'll drag it over here and I'll throw it away and oh, it didn't quite make it. I'll throw it in the waste paper basket. Now you see it disappeared. Hit update changes. Now it's no longer showing here anymore because I just threw it in the waste paper basket, updated, which deletes it from this module. But it's still showing with the other modules that you want it to. Okay, create from file. Now to add a block from a file, that means you have to upload the file to the blocks folder through FTP. Then once it's in there, you can come back here and refresh this page and it'll show up in your list here. Let's see here, let's do top 10 downloads. Selected the file, position, center up. Of course, I think I already did the positions, but anyway, left means left column block, center up means above the module, center down means below the module content, and right means the right block. Activate, you can activate it now, or if you select no, it'll put it in the list, but it won't be turned on. It'll still be turned off. Yes. Who do you want to show it to? Permissions. Again, the modules. I already explained how to select which modules you want it to show with. But hit create block. And there's the block. Shows up nice and pretty. So, okay, and custom. Okay, basically this is just a custom block. Say you want I don't know, you just want information put here. Of course, you can use BB code and all that good stuff. And I can't type for crap today. Select position, just like the other two, just like adding from RSS feed or adding from a file. The only difference is this custom block actually gives you a little form, like say quick links. You just want to put in a list of links. You don't really need to make a block file for that. You just come and do this. Looks pretty good. Security error again. How nice. Refresh. And we have our custom block right here. Oops, I forgot. I made all titles collapsible. Actually, no, this is the default theme, but I didn't do that. Somebody else did. But I have on my things almost all the block headers are collapsed the whole block. Anyhow, that's pretty much it for the blocks. Hope this helped. If I forgot anything, please post to my forums letting me know so I can remake and add it. Any tutorial I haven't already made that you would like to see, please post to my forums and let me know. Request it. I'll get to it as soon as I can. Hope you guys have a nice day, and take it easy.